Hey everybody, it's Sam here. So I'm back with another mix and match tutorial. So every Friday I do these videos as a Facebook Live. So this is a 2-hour video condensed down to just over 6 minutes. So if you want to watch the full one, then I'll share that below. But I also have tutorials showing you how to use these dies in more detail. But I've chosen for this one the 6x6 wiper die set. So I've just die cut the main die twice. And then I always like to go back over my score lines just to prevent any cracking that you might get. It's a 300 GSM cardstock. So die cut 2, and then you want to create a valley and a mountain fold on each, and then you're going to flip them and stick the outer sections on top of it, on each other. So I'm just adding my glue there to that end and sticking it onto the opposite, and then again just fold that over and then add your glue to the other end and then stick that one on top, and that's going to give us our kind of wiper card base. So really fun style. I've used this so many times. I've got the 5x7 and I've also got the the Z fold as well. So all of that product will be linked in the description box below. You also get the dies that will allow you to have mats and layers. So I'm just using the Scenes paper pad, which is one of the first paper pads I did, and I'm just cutting that. I've done it all off of that one piece, and you'll see here I'm just trying to make sure I get the pattern so that it continually flows across from the left to the right there. So it's a really nice way to use all of the parts of the paper pad. In the die set, I'm coordinating this with the Perky Pooches. So in the stamp set you get the wood grain stamp, and then in the die set which coordinates you get the die to make a little dog kennel. So I've just die cut that die 4 times, inked it up with some brown ink just to create a little bit more detail, laid it out there on the card to kind of look like a kennel. I'm going to add a backing in a minute, and whenever I do a launch I always cut and colour more than I need, but it's really nice and to have it at hand when I do these kind of tutorials because all of those pieces are done for me. So now I'm just using some foam to create that kennel effect and just get the kind of proportions and the height and all this kind of stuff how I want it. So you can do anything with this. You can cut as many as you want, have it bigger, smaller. It's entirely up to you. So just a little bit of glue there just to position it all in place. And then I'm going to use some brown craft card, the same as what I've used, and just use my brown ink to create the background. You could use some black card if you want. I thought the black was a bit too harsh, so I ended up going for the brown, which you can see me doing here. And then I can just stick that, the framework around that. So I'm just sticking it down there, and then I'm just going to trim around the edges there just to remove any of that excess. So it's a really fun little way to make a little topper. You could just pop that onto a card front if you wanted to with a little puppy. I've also got the cats as well, the cute kittens. So you could also, have a little kitten there, and you could use this for other things. It doesn't have to be with the dogs either. Also in that stamp set you get the grass outline here, so I'm just stamping that on some green card, and so I'm just trimming this down because it's a little bit too high. And then I'm adding a bit more ink to that. I do like to add ink around the edges to a lot of things. It does really help them pop and just lift them a little bit more off the page. It just gives you a bit more detail. And now I'm just playing around with all those other little icons that I've got that match. Like I said, you've got the cute kittens as well, which, has lots of little bits to go with it. So if you're more of a cat lover than a dog lover, then you've got that option as well. And I'm just fussy cutting a few of these, and then I can just position them all where I need them. Then for the wiper, I always like to do mine in acetate. You can use cardstock if you want. And you also get this little speech bubble in the set as well. And I'm using what was that sentiment there? I can't remember what I said. Have a pawsome birthday. There we go. And I've added a few little paws there as well. And then with the acetate, I'm just positioning it just to see how high I want the speech bubble to come out there. And I'm going to lay a little bit of tape along the top, attach the speech bubble first, and then I attach the wiper mechanism. I find it a bit easier that way. You'll see I put the card together and then add the mechanism. Some people like to add the mechanism and then kind of as they're putting it all together. I think I've shown a few different ways of doing it in the original videos. So I'm just laying that down there, and then there's a little corner that you fold. You can see I've covered that in red tape. And then I just slide this piece in because now I know how high I need it because I've already stuck the speech bubble on. It makes the rest of this just, I think, quite easy. So you want to make sure it hits that side there, and then just pop it in place, and you're going to push the whole card down flat so it will stick against the triangle kind of area where we've added the adhesive, and you can see there it pops up. Really, really easy to do. And then on the back I just cut another one of the matte layers in green, and then this white piece here, and it says "to a bona fide friend." I'm also going to cut another speech bubble and just stick it on the back there just to hide the acetate. And then, as always, like with most of my cards, I finish it off with some of the accent glaze, so on the eyes, the nose, and just other little parts of the card there, and it just creates a really nice shine and just gives another texture to the card. So I hope you've enjoyed this version of my 6x6 wiper die set. I've got some pictures here just to show you a little close-up, and like I said, all of the product that I've used will be linked below, and you can find other tutorials showing you how to put this die set together in a lot more slow, kind of pace. These videos are just purely for inspiration for those that have already got the die sets, or if you're thinking that you fancy it too. So there you go. Like I said, voiceovers aren't my thing, so be kind, but I hope this does inspire some of you. Thanks for watching, and I'll be back again soon. Bye.